Today we will be creating a PCB in PSpice. First of all, come over, look for your DC or AC sources, delete those and replace them with jumper pins. So jump 1 and jump 2 are 1 and 2 pin jumpers for PCBs. So you will replace your sources with these. If you have your ground and your voltage source next to each other, you can use jump 2. In this case, we have them separated, so we use jump 1. To make sure that the footprints are correct for these, the jumper part will sometimes default to the incorrect footprint. Come here, double click on the part, come to Property Editor, check PCB footprint. It has to say jumper 1 or jumper 2. To check the footprints of the rest of your components, you can click on them, right click, show footprint. And that'll come up over here. You can verify that all of your footprints are correct and that they are showing up. Once you verify that all your parts are correct, you can come over to PCB, Design Rules Check, and click Run. There are a couple errors on this circuit. These are nothing to worry about. It's just some referencing issues. But if you do have issues with your circuit, you can come down here to the session log and scroll through it. It will tell you if everything was right or what was wrong. I have a couple floating pins here, but you can come through and check all of if it gives you any errors and how to fix them. Next, you come up to Tools, Annotate, and keep everything as it is here. Press OK. Once the circuit's annotated, come up to Tools, Create Netlist. OK. Once that's done, you've done everything you need to do in the circuit editor here. You come up to PCB, New Layout. You can keep everything the same here. Okay. I already had a PCB for this circuit in here, but yours won't say this. You're going to select Allegro Venture PCB Designer Suite here. Press OK. It's going to open up another application. So this is the PCB editor. You're going to come over here. If it doesn't default to Design Workflow, click on that. You're going to go to Database Preparation, Board Outline, Create. I do automatic, but you can also do it manually. I change my design edge clearance. I usually do about 90 mils. This depends on your project. You can draw or you can place. Today we'll say that this board is about 6 inches by 6 inches, so 6,000 mil by 6,000 mil. Click off that so the size updates. And place our outline here. You'll see where I set that 90 mil is where that's going to come into play here. I'm going to press OK, and it gives me 90 mil in from the edge of the board for a border. Now we're going to place our components. If you scroll out and scroll back in, you can, with your scroll wheel, you can change where the window is located here. you have used other design software such as SolidWorks. It's the same function. Now we're going to come over to the right here in Design Workflow, Placement, Manual. Click this box here at the top, the folder, and it will select all of your components. So I'm going to come down to my PCB here, my components, and start placing them how I like. If this feels too cramped for you, you can come up here and zoom in. You can also use your scroll wheel. To move around on the PCB to get a better view. Now I intentionally put that one offset so that I can show you guys how to move it after. This is my switch, so I'm going to come down here. And here are my chips. And here is my PCB layout. So now we're going to go to the routing. So you're going to come over here, click close. Don't press escape. If you press escape before you place the last part, it will just undo this. So if you want to change anything, you can just click it now. Sorry, I had to select it, and then just drag it to where you want it. And you can manually change any part you want to move now. Click it and drag it. So now we're going to come up to Setup. We're going to go down to Constraints, and we'll start with Physical. Physical constraints you're going to come to line with. You can change this. I usually set it to 15, but this can vary depending on your project. And you're going to come to spacing, all layers, and you're going to go 10 on the through pin. This is what gives you your clearances between your wires, traces on the board. Now that we have set some of our physical parameters, we're going to come up to Root, PCB Router, Root Automatic. We're going to use Smart Router, and click Root. This window is going to pop up, and you're going to see all of your new roots. We're going to put that window to the side. We're going to scroll in over here and check all the corners, make sure nothing is overlapping. Yellow is one layer, and green is another layer, so those can overlap. But you want to make sure nothing of the same color is overlapping here. You want to make sure nothing is too close to any of the drilled holes. Once you've done that, you can either undo and root again, or if you like how it is done it, you can press close here. Next is the artwork. You're gonna come up to this color wheel here, click this, and click global visibility off. Everything is gonna disappear here, but it's just the visibility. You didn't delete anything. We're gonna close this. You're going to come over to this window. You can also come up here, click artwork, or you can come over to the design workflow, manufacturing prep, and also click artwork. Here, we're going to click on one of these folders. Doesn't matter, we're just using it to create a new one. Right click, add manual. First one we're going to add is the solder mask. You can type in solder mask top. We're going to go to board geometry here. Find solder mask top. Click that. We're going to go to package geometry. Click that. Solder mask top. We're going to go to pin. Again, find solder mask top. And finally, we're going to go to via class and click solder mask top. Once you have those four selected, you're going to press OK, and the folder is going to appear here. Now we're going to do the same thing, but just for solder mask bottom. So add manual, solder mask bottom, go board geometry, package geometry, pin, and via class. Okay. Now you're going to see here all of the things you selected show up here. Now we're going to go to silk screen, so you can press OK. That will close that. You're going to come over to manufacture, silk screen. You're going to click both. Here we're going to set our minimum widths, 8, 5, both. Everything else should be good here. You can click silk screen. Now I come over manufacturing, auto silk, bottom and top. Click this, it will show you these outlines as to what will be silk screened on the board. This is artwork, this is not your pins and everything, so that's why you cannot see your pins right now. Now we're going to come back to manufacturing, artwork. We're going to right click again, add manual. We're going to do silk screen now. So silk screen top. Silk screen top, we're going to be going to manufacturing, find auto silk top, and package geometry, silk screen top. Do the same thing for silk screen bottom. We're going to go to manufacturing again. Auto silk bottom. And package geometry. Silk screen bottom. come over here now, you can see it show up in these folders. Now, one more, we're going to go, oh, no, sorry. Now we're going to go here, turn off global visibility again. Now we're going to come to the folders here. We're going to go to our undefined line width for everything. We're going to go with 5 and 100. This creates a tolerance around everything. Here we're going to right click again, add manual, board, outline. We're going to go to board geometry, cutout, design outline, and outline. Get this, you can ignore that. Press OK. Here you'll see these. This will allow a manufacturer like JLC to see the outline of the board separately. You're going to come over here, do the same thing we did before. 5. You're going to select all, create artwork. This was from our outline. Press yes. Okay. We can turn on global visibility quickly to check that everything is here. It is. We can come over here, select if there's certain things you want to see. If you just want to see top and bottom, if you want to see the outline, you can find the outline. If you want to see all, you can see all, or everything by hitting global visibility. If you need to make your artwork more than once, you have to come over to here, go to your file folder, go to Allegro, and find the .art files and delete them. Otherwise, you'll have multiples. The silkscreen bottoms, top, solder masks, top and bottom art. You can see I've made a PCB before, so there's duplicate files in here. Next, we're going to go to Manufacture, NC parameters. We're going to use 2 by 4 for the format. We're going to have trailing 0 suppression, enhanced Exelon format. Press OK. We're going to go to Manufacture again, NC drill legend. Press OK. You're going to have this box show up. You put it right next to your board. It's going to just give you the drilling information. That's for the manufacturer to use. We're going to come back up to manufacturer, NC again, and NC drill. Here we're going to have auto tool select, if it's not already selected. Separate files for plated, non-plated holes, and repeat codes. Scale factor is 1, and you can press drill. Now that that's done, your board is done. You can come up to Now that your board is done, you come up to View, 3D Canvas, and you can see a 3D model of your board. Now that you're completed with your board, you can come over to your file folder, Allegro. You can see I already have this here. Come over to Allegro, right click, send to compressed folder. And here's your file that you'll upload to a company like JLC PCB.